Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the analysis of YOLENO TV. I hope you're well from wherever you're watching this channel. One of the biggest mistakes that ODM made is when they joined Kenya Kwanza. That means any mistake that Kenya Kwanza makes, it will always be linked to ODM also. That is the main reason why, even despite the fact that there are allegations that Raila Amolo Odinga intervened in this matter of the former senator Cleophas Malala's arrest and had him released. Even though that is a very positive move and people are talking about it, still ODM will always take the blames. And that is the reason why Willy Mutunga, the former Chief Justice, has also weighed in on the issue of ODM and the Butere girls' mayhem. That's why I want to take you to a reaction from Dr. Willy Mutunga, the former Chief Justice of the Supreme Court, the Chief Justice of the Republic of Kenya. And this is what he had to say. ODM now has an unpatriotic history of reinforcing dictatorships by the so-called coalitions and handshakes. If the party is to be believed, why not withdraw its members from KK's government? Wacheni kufanya wananchi wapumbavu. Msimamo wa chama tunauona kila siku. So that is what Dr. Willy Mutunga said, and this was directed at ODM, but the message was also being delivered to William Ruto's camp. And the big question here is, if ODM is true to his cause, according to the beliefs of ODM, then why not withdraw the members from KK? That is what Dr. Willy Mutunga is asking. So before I react to this statement from Willy Mutunga, kindly like this video, subscribe to this channel, and to existing subscribers, I want to continue thanking you so much, because without you, this channel wouldn't have grown. Why not withdraw its members? Political gain. ODM gained politically, but ODM is losing on the ground simply because of the gain. Most likely that was a financial gain, we could attribute it to that. But let's cut that, let's just ignore that part of the financial gain or the political gain. The big question here Dr. Willy Mutunga is asking that is that if ODM believes that patriotism is the most important thing in the country, why not withdraw the members from KK? Now, hapo ndo kuna shida. We have seen ODM make some very shocking statements, sometimes making U-turns. Most of the time when you listen to us, maybe most of the time when you're watching an event whereby there is Sifuna and there's Junet Mohammed, there's Raila, and there's other leaders, you will realize these people are not always speaking the same language. Junet would make another statement that is somehow of broad-based. Edwin Sifuna would make another statement that is going the Gachagua way, a statement that is not in line with the government's agendas of the day. So meaning Edwin Sifuna would make a statement about how he despises the government, about why the government is not the best thing that can ever happen to this country. That's why Willy Mutunga is saying that ODM keeps on supporting dictatorship governments. Now, we know that some times ago, a couple of, I think was it 2021, Mutunga attempted to again talk about the issues of Uhuru's government. And I think Raila reacted. Raila had a statement for Willy Mutunga. Na wakati huo, Raila was actually reminding Willy Mutunga kwamba in 2013, he had the chance to help ODM correct the mistakes. But what did he do? He ended up supporting Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta for the win. That was in 2013. You remember the presidential petition. When results were out, it was believed that Raila had won again. But then what happened is that Willy Mutunga gave a ruling. I think it was a less than 5 minutes ruling, and said the rest of the information were going to be issued on the newspaper. I remember that ruling very well. So Raila was trying to refer to that scenario where Willy Mutunga had an opportunity to correct the wrongs, but he never did that. But Willy Mutunga is again reminding ODM that they are overly unpatriotic, and that they keep on helping, or rather reinforcing, dictatorships by the so-called coalitions or handshakes. Now, we know very well that ODM has not entered into a coalition government, but ODM says that it is in a broad-based government whereby it has donated people to UDA so that those people can work. It is just like the way Jubilee donated people to RUTO, for RUTO to make appointments. You know, the four CSs. You remember the four CSs, the names which were actually unveiled to the people the moment Ruto and Uhuru met at Ishaweri. Remember that story? Them meeting in Ishaweri. Then in a week's time, Ruto made a pronouncement about names that he was fronting to take over the cabinet positions. So the belief was that that is one of the agenda which Ruto and Uhuru discussed at Ishaweri. So now, in this analysis, ladies and gentlemen, Willy Mutunga is telling us that ODM keeps on reinforcing dictatorship. So if you look at this matter carefully, then I think this message should be rephrased and say that the Azimio people have literally reinforced dictatorship, because when Uhuru gave 4 members, Raila gave 4 members from his side. Those are 8 members. Those 8 members went to the government of William Ruto to try to help William Ruto probably achieve certain things, because the people had lost trust with most of the cabinet secretaries who had been nominated and subsequently approved by the parliament. Some of those people are regarded to be very, very incompetent and very, very, or actually I can say just they were very, very incompetent, and that's the reason why the Kenyans waliona kwamba hawa ni kama ni mchezo tu. The likes of Aisha Juma. Aisha Juma was also cabinet secretary. I'm not saying that she was incompetent, but the people were complaining about the deliveries, how most of these leaders were conducting their activities, and because of that reason, unapata kwamba Ruto ilimbidi afire wote na asiregeshe wengine. Yeah? Alifire wote, lakini prime cabinet secretary kabaki, na akaregesha wengine selected, na wengine wakawekwa katika vyeo vingine kama vile Moses Kura akawa kama advisor. Economic advisor. So in very few words, ladies and gentlemen, Mutunga has hit at ODM. Now, perhaps if you're watching this video and you've not subscribed, take 1 second and subscribe, like this video. Until you catch up again, stay safe and stay blessed.